We got our own clica, strong clica. Clica, clica, clica. That's all we got is clica, clica, clica.
Welcome to La Clica Podcast. Wait. Welcome to La Clica Podcast. My name is Chris, and I'm sitting next to...
Wow, I am Anthony from La Clica Podcast.
And I am Bahgo, 74 from La Clica Podcast.
Fucking up. All right.
Damn.
All right.
Hey, should we start this shit over?
Yeah, do it over.
No. Let's keep it rolling.
Damn, dog.
I want
Sorry, man, I had a long day, man.
Not even like a minute into it. Already
I want the world to know how much of a failure you are today, dude. Just...
Very big failure. Apologies to everybody out in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Speaking of being a failure, it looks like we dropped the ball pretty bad.
Oh, shit.
A couple of months ago, we had a challenge.
Yeah.
It was called Convince Me Dick.
The Convince Me Dick Challenge, yeah. If y'all remember,
Damn.
we all had to listen to a band that, we didn't like and see if by the end of the challenge we liked it or still didn't like it, but yet, have some points where we're like, I like this about it. At least appreciate something.
Well, the whole point of that is, the challenge goes, you listen to something that you don't like, and then you have to find something positive about it. Not necessarily if you like it, but something positive about it.
Yeah.
Now, Anthony, what was your challenge?
My challenge was My Chemical Romance.
Now, what did you listen to from My Chemical Romance?
I don't even know, bro.
What do you mean you don't even know?
I don't know what album, what songs. I just put that shit on fucking what's it called, Spotify, and just played.
You just played it?
Yeah.
And how long did you listen to it?
Every day.
Every day? For how long?
For about a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Now, what did you get out of it?
That I still don't like it.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
He's honest. He's being honest.
All right,
man.
like it's just something with me. Like the band can be super fucking talented. They can be ripping these dope ass fucking guitar riffs. Fucking the bass could be off the hook. The drummer can be kicking some sick ass beats. But if I don't like that voice, if it's annoying to me, then that changes everything.
Yeah.
And that's the case with them.
I agree.
The band's good. I like the music structurally. Like I like the guitars. They're good. But just that voice, like something about it bothers me. And I just couldn't I couldn't just sit there and be like, I'm going to listen to this, because that voice would distract me from the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I guess like me growing up like a hardcore metalhead when I was after my punk rock phase, I got into like heavy metal, and like the new bands that were coming out like post 2000s, I guess, their voice, they had that fucking that really like romantic, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
They didn't sound like men.
They didn't sound like men.
They're really romantic, just like
Hey, men can be romantic, dog.
Man,
but it's just like I just don't like the whininess of it,
If you're gonna sing like that, play Morrissey shit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play metal, sing metal. That's the way I see it. I don't know. I'm
Do
stupid.
is there a song you recall out there that you're like,
Fuck
okay,
no.
nothing?
Like my brain instantly after I listened to every song was just like, I don't need this information. Delete. Like, my brain didn't want to be clouded, or, my brain's hard drive didn't want that information in there. It's like, I have better shit to, accumulate up there. So it's just like, bye,
Yeah. But at least you gave it a chance.
I did. I tried. And I mean, I did like some of the music itself,
Yeah.
but just like the voice threw it off for me, whoever out there likes My Chemical Romance, that's your choice. That's on you guys. I respect it, but it's just not for me.
Hey, well, there you have it, people. First victim.
I specifically remember you were supposed to listen to Tekashi 69.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? Let me crack my neck real quick.
Damn.
Ah, damn it, crack.
This is not going to be a positive Convince Me Dick challenge at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, okay. Damn, that's kind of hard to I did. There's about 10% of me that I liked it. You know,
10%. What was that 10%? I mean, what did you like about it?
I actually like the music. Believe it or not, I actually like the whole structure of the music, the way that the producing part, the sounds and shit. Something that I thought I would never like, but I actually paid attention to it. I actually did do that whole week thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably listen to like 4 or 5 songs a day, you know, on the way to work, maybe on the way home. But what I never thought I would like is the actual music, man. You know, like the I don't know, it was a trip, man. I mean, yeah, I was convinced.
You were convinced?
I was actually convinced, you know.
What about his actual rap?
His rap, I didn't mind either.
You didn't mind?
I didn't mind. It was like, okay, you know, this is something. I like his hustle. He's hustling. He's out there doing shit. You know,
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You know, I didn't keep up with what he did because
He's probably fucking hustling in jail right now,
Yeah.
not to get fucking raped.
Yeah, you know, like I appreciate his hustle. There's a lot of fools out there. They're trying, and they're not out there yet, and they're trying. And you know, one day they will. But this fool's like, he had the backup. He did his thing, and he put a lot of shit out there that people actually, you know, he had fans. You got to give the guy credit. You know, he had
some fucking Billboard hits, which was crazy.
Which tripped me out. And there's this part, I don't remember the name of the song.
But they probably got Tekashi in a 69 right now.
Yeah. I haven't kept up on it.
He's doing a 69 with some big dude right now.
And I mean, he's just another guy who just got caught up, you know. He did his shit. I don't want to compare it to anybody, because the minute I mention somebody, everybody's, oh, fuck that fool, I can't believe you fucking compared him to him. So he's up there with a lot of guys that I've heard. But as far as his content, it's like pretty much everything I've heard. You know, I've heard every freaking thing that every rapper in my freaking catalog has said. His subject matter is pretty much, you know, your typical fuck bitches,
get money,
you know, same shit. His style is a little different. That actually, I appreciated that he has a different style. His delivery is different, you know. He might have actually reminded me a lot of this rapper in New York. I'm not gonna mention any names, but he did remind me of a couple of rappers in New York. Some here, and I could see his influence.
Is he an East Coast rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's the self-proclaimed king of New York, and I have no idea how this guy did not get killed.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with that whole.
He must have been paying a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Because
wasn't John Gotti like the king of New York at one time?
Dude. Wasn't the Kingpin from Spider-Man the king of New York? Like, you know,
I mean, I see how he comes up aggressively. You know, his delivery is very aggressive, so I can see that people gravitate towards that aggressiveness, which a lot of rappers, you know, I'm not gonna mention any name, but I have seen some rappers that they have that aggressiveness that come out, and that's what gets people. You know, their stage presence, like, listen to me, motherfucker, like, boom. So he had that. I see that. You know, so I could see how people like that. And his image, you know, he's just crazy. That fool had like fucking crazy ass colors and just his
face tattoos.
They say rap, you know, and any genre of music is like is you say your image, you know. That's what people look at, and you gotta keep that image alive. And that's what he did. He never changed as far as like he's always looked the same fucking way since I remember. I'm pretty sure he probably looked a little different in the beginning, but as soon as he switched, he kept that image going.
Yeah.
You know, and
he kept looking like a freak.
Exactly. And, you know, people, he never, like, said, I'm gonna shave my head, I'm gonna fucking take my tattoos off, like certain rappers that do that. You know, he always kept that image, so that I give him props for at least doing that. And I don't know much about his background, but whatever he did, he kept going at it. I'm not sure how accurate his shit is, you know.
Yeah, it's not that accurate,
you know. So I don't know if it is. It's cool. If it isn't, hey, fucking, you know, whatever happened to him now. You know, he's that's what he's doing now, and everybody's talking about it.
Yeah,
you know. So I could say that, you know, I won't go and buy his music or like download his music and like bump it, but you know, I appreciate it a little bit. You know? I could say you guys convinced me.
All right. Well, Convince Me Dick from Bahgo is a plus. He did like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
And I said it. Remember, I said, I hate this trap music. I hate all this shit. But you know what? I sat down and said, I'm going to give this shit a try. And ding, ding. It works.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You all heard it here officially. Bahgo likes Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though. Did that convince you enough to explore other rappers in that wave
Yeah.
of hip hop?
Yeah, it did. And I now actually can, I could actually appreciate a little bit of it. You know, it's now I was stubborn.
You were a little
very
judgmental,
stubborn.
but I mean, you have ownership of your scene, you know, just like we all did.
Uh-huh.
And I can understand like this new wave of hip hop bothers you because they.
But see, I look at it like I'm not gonna blame anybody, you know, because the music that everybody's listening to, it's what's out there, so people are gonna get there. And then you look at the age range, you know, and I looked at the whole thing like, why are people listening to this music now and why, right? I got all philosophical behind it.
You had a Lil Wayne theory,
Yeah.
and I would like you to share that with the podcast.
If you look at the situation like right now, like say it's 2019, right? And you start thinking about the kids that grew up listening. They say they were born in 1996, whatever, right? 97, 98, whatever. And you start looking at the age group. By the time they get to a certain age, whatever they're thrown at, they're going to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, so if you guys do the math, think about when whatever 14-year-old was, because I think that's the average age, 13, 14.
You start exploring your own music.
So whatever was hot at that moment, they're going to listen to it and they're going to be influenced by it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a given.
Yeah.
Any age group, wherever you grow up, your parents have always said, your music is trash. Our music was the good era in music. Like, say when we used to listen to like hip hop, like Snoop and stuff like that, they're like, what are you listening to? This is trash, blah, blah. Or you should be listening to this, the Beatles or something like, you know, or Juan Gabriel and shit like that, you know. Esa música que es, you know, like. The thing about it is that we're not that age, and I think we're just getting old, man, and we don't understand.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like, I seen the newest lineup for Coachella that just, you know, passed recently, and I was like, who in the fuck are all these people? I didn't recognize one goddamn name on there. Yeah. And it's because we're fucking old, man.
Yeah, dude.
I consider Bahgo like a crate digger. He digs for records.
Yeah.
And I do that for music too. I dig for music. I look for everywhere: Spotify, YouTube, fucking SoundCloud. And I wouldn't say that that's your generation's music, because I was influenced by music from the 60s. That was my first, you know.
Yeah, but I feel as you get older, you start appreciating the older music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that naturally happens. It naturally happens, man.
So you think somebody's actually, like, say 20 years from now gonna appreciate Tekashi 69?
You never know, man. You never know. Well, you can't say that because I'm
asking. I'm not saying anything.
I can't say. Yeah, I think it will. I mean, somebody in 20 years from now, you got to think like a kid born right now in this year. You know, 20 years from now, he could probably be like, "What the fuck was he listening to when I was born?" And all of a sudden, something gets sprung in his brain and say, "Oh shit, I want to listen to more of this shit."
But I want you to elaborate on that, because that was a good point you made, and it was a good conversation we had about Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah,
and people were listening to Lil Wayne. And then he was talking about selling drugs, and then they started rapping about taking drugs. Elaborate, please.
Because I look at it like, okay, yeah, everybody does drugs. Not everybody, sorry, people out there, but the people that do drugs, they do it because sometimes they're influenced by their music. I'm not gonna lie, man. Cypress Hill influenced me to fucking smoke weed. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was that guy who never did drugs, but till I started into freaking Cypress Hill, I said, fuck, I'm gonna smoke some weed.
Toke it up.
And I did. And my homie could vouch for that shit. And I look at, like you're saying, what we're talking about Lil Wayne, is that, what year did Lil Wayne pop?
I mean, I'm not sure, dog. I don't really listen to Lil Wayne.
Let's say 2000.
It was like somewhere in the early 2000s, I guess. Okay.
So
is that when the Cash Money Millionaires came out? And
early 2000s, right?
Early 2000s.
So you look at the demographics behind the age limit there, right? So say 2000, say 4. I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Okay, so in year 2004, if you were like say 12, right, 13, whatever, and that shit is hitting. Right, like you're already like, fuck, this is the shit, and you're like having your headphones on and you're fucking playing some shit, and you're like, oh, this is the shit right there, because this is what they're throwing in your face, in your ear, and everything. So, say you're 15 in 2004, In 2014, you're in your mid-20s. So when you're ready to say, I'm going to be a rapper, who are you going to rap like?
Yeah. Dude, but actually, I remember Lil Wayne did not rap like he does now before.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
He used to like rap like just normal, you know? And actually, one of his first tracks that he dropped was in 1999.
Okay, yeah.
It was
early 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s. So
pretty old school.
So if you really think about it, like in your when you're ready to like say drop a song and fucking do your like say is this I'm gonna do this shit for a living? Like no, you know I'm gonna do this shit. You're like early 20s.
Yeah.
You know that's when you're maturing to actually flow. So if you do the math around that time, it's like you can't blame that kid for sounding like that in the music style.
Yeah, it's just you're influenced by what's going on in the scene, and you know, a lot of people say that it's selling out, but at the end of the day, it's a way to get heard.
Yeah.
Because if your music is too different and the scene is too different from what you're playing, nobody's gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
And what you can do is go ahead and make some music that sounds like what's in the scene, and then bring out your real shit after you're known.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I can't blame anybody for like listening to Tekashi or anything like that, because that's the kind of music that spanned for that style of music for a good 7 to 10 years, man.
Yeah,
you know, so that's the reason that I think about what I was listening to when I was 14. In my time, it was a lot of that hip hop, like you know, that boom bap shit.
Yeah.
And now that when I got to my 20s, it was like, that's the shit I'm going to hear and I'm going to do that kind of music.
Yeah.
You know, so that's when Cypress Hill was breaking out and I was like, this is the shit. So that's the kind of music I started listening to, getting involved in, going to shows with those same type of crowd, same type of music style. So till now, I'm still doing it. So I'm not going to hate on anybody that said, oh, fuck, I can't believe you're into this kind of shit. Because I'm like, dude. That's what I got into, you know.
Yeah.
I can't go up to a little, 20-year-old and be like, what the fuck, man? Why are you into this shit? This shit's whack, you know. But I don't want to sound like that old motherfucker, you know. Like, so yeah, that's all right.
So Bahgo, his interpretation or whatever he felt from listening to Tekashi, it was positive. He liked it, and open-minded Bahgo. There you go. So we're gonna move on now to Chris.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And remind us again of who you had.
I had Fleetwood Mac, and I had Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Okay.
The whole album.
The whole album. Okay, so I said that I'm going to pick an album on Spotify, and then the Rumors album, and I'm going to hear it all the way through no matter what.
Yeah.
Apparently, the album I picked had like 40 songs on it.
God,
so I was like,
oh, wait a minute, whoa, what?
Okay, so I wanted to get the discipline down. I really wanted to get the discipline down. So I picked an album. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna just the first Rumors album is if it's mono or if it's like a deluxe edition. I'm just gonna pick that album, and I'm just gonna listen to it all the way through. So right when I left you guys after the podcast, you guys are still fucking around. So I went home. So I was in the car and I just put it on, and then I was, got out of the car and I was still listening to it, and I'm like, dude, this fucking album doesn't fucking end. What the fuck? There's like 40 fucking songs on it.
What?
Yeah, hold on.
Some Twilight Zone shit.
We're doing some fact checks right here.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know if this is true.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac, 46 songs. I got the deluxe edition.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I heard this fucking album.
What?
46 fucking songs. Look at that.
Oh man.
What?
That's just longer than the fucking list of diseases you have, dude.
you fucking damn right, dude. Damn right.
Is it longer than the girls you've been with?
Dude, I'd rather have AIDS-related pink eye than listen to that fucking album again, dude.
Oh shit! Well, come on.
So 46 songs. 40. Because they have the studio tracks, and then they have the live tracks.
I heard that one before. It's a trip. It's not like your regular Rumors album.
Yeah. It's not the regular.
Throws you out, man. Like
it's deluxe.
Yeah,
it's the deluxe edition, and like Spotify has.
I heard all of them though. I heard a couple of songs, but god damn, I didn't know I had 46 fucking songs.
Fucking 6 songs. So I had to hear like after the whole album. After I just like painfully listened to the whole fucking album, I had to hear live versions of those fucking songs. So
yeah.
It was very fucking painful.
Okay, so you weren't convinced, you're telling us.
It's not that I wasn't convinced. I desperately tried to find something that I liked about it, something positive to say about Fleetwood Mac.
That's what his last date said. She was trying to find something positive to say.
She couldn't.
No way. Like,
she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do
She's
it.
like, I tried desperately to find something positive about this guy, but yeah.
What is it? Okay, I mean, we all elaborated. We all
It's
like
fucking elevator music. That's the way I see it. Like that's like a that's like doctor's office, the soundtrack to a doctor's office. Now they're great musicians, and Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks really changed the game on the Fleetwood Mac when they joined the band. They did a 180.
Yeah.
You know, those are 180. They're not like how fucking David Gilmour,
Pink Floyd with
replacing Sid Barrett. They just flipped it up on its ass.
It all switched up.
Yeah.
However, I couldn't stand the fucking that "Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow" song. Stayed in my head like weeks after I stopped listening to that fucking album.
Hey, well, it was stuck in your head.
It did.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good thing. I my brain tortures me with fucking shitty songs. Like I'm walking on sunshine in my head like for hours.
No,
You know, just like shit like that.
Chris thinks about I'm walking sunshine in the rain while he walks. He's just in the rain, like all soaked. I'm walking on sunshine.
Like just a mention of that song gets it stuck in my fucking head. Talking about it's probably gonna get it stuck in my head.
Damn.
But I couldn't. I desperately tried to say, hey, you know what? You know, Stevie Nicks is a good singer, but I know the backstory behind Stevie Nicks, so I don't like her for shit. And not that, you know, she's ever did nothing to me, but I know the backstory. And I see her in interviews. I've read interviews with her, you know, over the years, and she's just a fucking diva that's not relevant anymore.
Well, who the fuck isn't a diva?
No, man. Any girl
That's
that
true, but
makes
like
it big, it's like you
know, you have to pass the torch sometime.
Yeah.
You know, like hey, like I'm Mariah Carey, but I'm not Mariah Carey anymore. I'm gonna pass the torch to, you know, fucking Cardi B or whatever the fuck, you know.
I'm Mariah Carey, but I'm not anymore. I'm just the fucking girl that can hit notes like a dolphin.
Yeah. Make my fucking dog's ears go up.
Yeah.
Who do you think has a higher pitch, her or Minnie Ripton?
I think Mariah Carey, dog.
Mariah Carey.
I've heard she hits pitches that only dolphins can hit.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
So can Minnie Ripton. Minnie Ripton, you listen to that song, it was on the Road Trip soundtrack, My Inside Love, and she hits that high C. Like it's a high ass fucking C.
I don't know about that, but I used to love high C. You remember that juice, dog?
Oh, yeah.
I still drink that
dude.
shit, man.
Yeah,
The lava
High C.
burst, bro.
Shit, I remember the rapper Heising.
High C, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
Alright.
Okay, I guess you weren't convinced.
I wasn't convinced. I really tried.
So Chris tried, but he did not dig it.
Now, I'm glad when I left, I should have said, fuck, I should have said The Cure. I hate the fucking Cure. I can't stand the fucking Cure. I hate them more than Fleetwood Mac.
Damn.
Hey, but you know what I like about The Cure? You throw that shit on at any party, all the girls go wild and start dancing, dog.
Yeah.
Wherever you have music that's bumping like The Cure, Morrissey,
Yeah.
women will flock to it.
Yeah.
Women love 80s parties, dog.
Yeah. Big
You're
time.
like, oh, fucking Osama bin Laden's having a party. And
But
they're
it's
like,
80s.
What do you mean? Fuck, why would I want to go there? It's 80s themed. Oh, I'm on my way. You know, like, fucking, Charles Manson is murdering people at a party. Oh, but it's an 80s party?
Oh my God, dude.
I'm on my way.
You see the first 12 notes of I just can't get enough on the keyboard. The tin, 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 tin. Everybody just starts fucking going crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's what it is, man. That music, like,
the 80s.
just everybody.
I think 80s is just keyboard. Every time I think about 80s music, it's just keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I hear.
Synthesizers.
I'm sorry, synthesizers. You're right.
Yeah.
The synthesizer.
Synthesizers. Yeah, you're right, man. It's but going back to Fleetwood Mac, I'm sorry, I cannot go back to that.
I was desperately trying to change the subject.
Yeah, I could tell.
So
What the hell? What are you trying to say, man?
You just gotta keep it flowing, man. What's going on?
I gotta
Talk
ask
to
you.
me,
I
Goose.
gotta ask you. Is there one? What do you think about the drums?
No, they're phenomenal musicians, all of them.
Okay.
Mick Fleetwood's a great fucking drummer.
Okay. Okay.
You know, fucking Lindsey Buckingham is a fucking great fucking songwriter, guitar player. Stevie Nicks is a great singer. It has the Dave Matthews effect.
The fuck?
Oh, I fucking hate Dave Matthews, man.
Dave Matthews, they're all fucking prodigies, dude.
I fucking hate
They're
Dave
fucking
Matthews Band.
Maybe we should have had you listen to that.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
they're amazing musicians, but their fucking music is just like
Trash.
fuck you.
It's like, all right.
How can you be that talented and be like,
All right, Bahgo. Like you said, I should have listened to Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
No, because I've already done this
Oh
challenge.
shit.
All right, one of my best friends, I known him since I was in first grade. He's like a huge fucking Dave Matthews Band
shit.
fucking fan. Luis Marroquin, you know. So this dude,
Tocayo.
yeah, this dude's always like, "Hey, let's fucking go to this concert." I was like, "What concert?" Dave Matthews. I'm going with my dad, and I'm just like, Dave Matthews Band, get
Wow.
the fuck out of here. So like he would always tell me they're so good and all.
shut the
Dude,
fuck up. You were probably in the Raptors like, what would you say? You're all
No,
fucking singing
hell
that
no.
shit, dick.
Dude,
You know, like,
I tried listening to it because he would bump it all the time, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I want to shoot myself. I've never been
Damn.
suicidal, but at this
Damn.
moment, I understand why they do it. Like
Damn.
that shit, just like, oh my god,
do it.
like,
you're just
yeah.
fucking sitting there just sawing off your own legs. So you can just
Yeah.
fucking
Fuck.
Dude, I was trying to
That's hard.
fucking puncture my eardrums. So I couldn't hear that shit no more.
Started
dog.
bleeding and shit.
Yeah, man.
Shit, so if they were to give you a wet willy, you appreciate that shit?
So that's how I feel about Fleetwood Mac. Like how he feels about Dave
Hey,
Matthews.
now I understand. I
Okay.
understand you.
So I convinced you,
'Cause
Dick.
you convinced me, Dick, because I like Fleetwood Mac. But when you told me you didn't, I was just like, now
Yeah.
now I'm Lewis.
Yeah.
I'm Lewis that was telling you to listen to
The Dave
fucking Dave
Matthews.
Matthews Band, but it's another band, and I get it.
Like, can you honestly say any member in Dave Matthews sucks at their instrument?
No, but they suck at composing. They're great musicians, but it's just the music. It's not me, man.
And that's exactly how I feel about Fleetwood
just
Mac.
not me.
That's exactly how I feel about Fleetwood
And now
Mac.
I understand. You convinced me, Dick, that you should hate Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
You know, damn, yeah, there you go. I don't know what band I hate that much. I'm trying to think of one.
The fucking Cure for me. That's that's probably like the number one. Then Fleetwood Mac.
No, I'm right now. I'm like,
Bahgo said he hates the Midnight Motives.
nah, man, come on.
I mean, I've never heard of that band, but I heard their fucking lead guitarist is badass.
He's
dude.
fucking dope, but he's a shitty songwriter right here. Dude.
Nah, he's a
He's
good-
he's like the Dave Matthews of guitars, dude.
No, he's a good songwriter, but it's just like he's too sexy for playing music.
Yeah, I heard he bites his pick on stage or something. Like
I
that.
don't know what, but
Motherfucker's
I
weird.
heard he questions men's sexuality, like just by just being up there or his presence. you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Like I heard one time, the guitarist from Midnight Motives, the lead guitarist, he had played a show, and then Chris was all like, "Hey, give me a kiss."
Dude. he hit that fucking low 8 note in his fucking solo, and I was gay for like 3 seconds. Dude.
Damn.
And
I was gay for 3 seconds.
and after he finished playing the show, like he's like, "Dude, give me a kiss."
I was like, "Mwah.
On the forehead.
Hi, my name is Chris."
He's like, "Hi, thank you."
Damn. So I guess this convinced me dick thing was pretty cool, man. I hope the listeners actually probably got involved. They probably started thinking about what the hell they should listen to that they really hate. And if you did, hit us up.
Yeah, let us know, and maybe we might give you a shout out.
Yeah.
We'll definitely give you a shout out. Please let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And
if it's one of our lists, if it's one of them that are in our list, please elaborate why the hell, do it. Yeah.
so the whole point of this was just like to unlock your mind.
Yeah.
Don't be. People get in a rut and they listen to the same music over and over again, and they don't grow.
Yeah.
And when people don't grow like that, other bands, other artists, other rappers, they don't get exposure.
Stagnant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like going out there and going to your favorite restaurant, and you always order the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they may have so many fucking dishes up in there that you'd be like, "Damn, this is fucking good." But you get comfortable, and you get stuck in your zone, and you don't fucking open your mind up.
You know what? I'm gonna do what that you talked about the analogy about restaurants. I'm gonna do that because you know what I do at restaurants. I like opening the menu sometimes, right?
You still order the same shit.
No, but check this out. Sometimes I seriously just do this. I just fucking put my finger down and whatever it lands on, I order it.
Let me get the duck pussy with a side of. Let me get the duck pussy with some oyster sauce.
Hey man, it might be good. So I'm gonna do that one day with music.
Hey,
you know, I'm gonna do that shit on music with music one day. I'm just gonna like scroll and I'm just gonna stop that shit and whatever my freaking my phone stops on, fuck it.
That's exactly what I did.
See what happens. I mean, I'll probably talk about it if it happens. I'm gonna see like whatever the fuck.
You might fuck up, dude. You might get a 46 song album of stuff you fucking hate, dude. That's all I'm saying, dude.
40 fucking damn. That's I didn't know it was that fucking
dude.
long,
But
dude.
back to like how we're talking about food. I've done that before, where I'm just like, I'm gonna pick some random ass shit off the menu, and it's fucking disgusting. And I'm just like, what did I waste my money on?
Nah, I've been getting lucky, man. I've been getting lucky on shit that I've ordered. Man,
okay,
so.
shout out to Silver Lake Ramen because everything on that fucking menu is bomb.
Uh huh.
All right, I'm gonna go there,
dude. Yes.
And you know how sometimes like people go up
those
to, like,
mushrooms,
or when you ever ask the waiter, the waitress, whatever, like, what do you recommend? You know, and they always say, oh, you should try this. Fuck it, just give it that shit to me. You ever had that maybe?
Or if I was a fucking server, and they asked me, "What do you recommend?" It'd be the fucking liquor, like, you know, like,
the best
when you're fucked up, everything tastes good, you know.
Hell yeah, smoke some shit, come inside, be like, whatever the fuck, bring it.
Yeah,
3 times.
I went to Silver Lake Ramen not that long ago, and I got the veggie one, the veggie ramen.
Yeah, that one's good.
But it wasn't like the one with the pork belly, dude.
Oh dude,
my god! And I regretted it, but you know,
you wanted to impress somebody, didn't you?
No. I just I wanted it to be healthy, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna go with something with no meat, and I was just like,
nah, dude, you gotta fill your shit up, man. You
yeah,
can't go veggie.
I felt like a teenage whore. I was like, I need the meat.
On prom night.
Yeah.
But no shit.
And she's a 9th grader.
The veggie ramen is better the next day. Way better the next day.
Because it marinates?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, because they have it.
Yeah, it marinates it overnight, and then when you heat it up again, it's like, it tastes a lot better.
It's like, with Mexicans, I don't know who out there is listening, we call it la recalentada.
Yeah. Like menudo.
What do you call
menudo, la recalentada.
Yeah, the next
so we
day.
make pozole, we make mole, we make fucking any dish, and the next day for breakfast, we all munch on that shit, all crudos. Crudos means hungover. So it's la recalentada. The whole family gets together. We heat that shit up and we eat it up, and it's always better than the day before.
100%, dude. Or like when you go to your, like, I go to my mom's, right, and she's like, you know, she cooks, or she's like, hey, mijo, te voy a dejar para mañana, you know, for your lunch. And then you fucking cook it in lunch. Oh, my God. That's even better.
But you know why it's better, Doug? Because you take some of home somewhere else. You know? Instead of going out to eat at McDonald's or some bullshit like that, you know?
And McDonald's does not taste good after.
No.
Fucking
recalentada from McDonald's, Doug, it's like you're eating cardboard. Look. McDonald's French fries are fucking amazing when they're fresh, brand new. You take those shits home, you warm them up, and you're eating fucking styrofoam. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, dude, all those damn preservatives don't fucking go good,
man.
With fucking
anything. When it comes to all of fast food, like, you try to heat that shit back up, and it's like,
Yeah, I did that shit with Taco Bell once. Never again.
Yeah,
fuck that. That shit tasted like Del Taco.
That shit's amazing when you're stoned, though. I mean, like, reheated Taco Bell, dude, is fucking bomb, dude.
No, my go-to is fucking Jack in the Box with the tacos there.
Yeah, those tacos. Look, Jack in the Box is not known for their burgers. They're known for cheap tacos.
Yeah. Those 99-cent 2 tacos.
Angel's dinner, dude. Jumbo Jack and 2 tacos.
Yeah, I do that shit. And you know that new nacho, that one nacho they came out with too, the nacho taco. Oh, that shit is bomb too, man.
Dude, like, anytime you go to fucking, Jack in the Crack, you're all fucking drunk and shit, and you're like, let me get a number 5, and they're like, regular fries or curly, and you're like, curly, and you're like, what kind of drink? And you're like,
it's always the broke English.
Yeah, what kind of drink? Let me.
It's not being racist. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
We live in LA.
Yeah. I'm like, let me get a Coke. Okay, no tacos. And I'm like, you know what? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Will you like a buttermilk? I'm like, yeah, give me a fucking buttermilk. That buttermilk is good. That shit's bomb, dog.
Oh, and then I always get the fucking jalapeno poppers.
Yeah. No taco with that.
Get the poppers number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 of 6.
Please pull up to the window.
Or 7, I think it is 7.
Yeah.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
but all the time, dog. Hey, I don't know. Look, all right. Who do you think? I think it's Jack in the Box that has the best ranch.
Yeah.
That buttermilk.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah.
It's the best out
Hell
of
yeah.
fucking
Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr.
Fuck Carl's
Nah,
Jr.
hell no, man. Hell
Don't
nah.
compare.
Nah, man. Buttermilk from Jack in the Box. Like, you could fucking have that shit for a week. This shit still be good, man.
Dude, I
You
drink.
know what? Yeah, you know what? I gotta agree with you guys.
Right?
I'm gonna digress, and I'm gonna say Jack
Right.
in the Box.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it because I've had ranch from everywhere.
And the buttermilk from Jack in the Box out of every fucking fast food restaurant is the fucking best.
And how many of you, I don't know about you guys, but I know maybe, how many of you have like in your pantry like a fucking bag
Full of
full of
sausage and
shit? Fucking
That's a Mexican
ketchup,
shit, dog.
fucking-
Hey, dude, I got a fucking like one of those salad bowls for everybody.
Yeah, just throw
Just
it.
filled with condiments like fucking ginger from Yoshinoya.
Fuck
I got
yeah.
fucking taco sauce from like 3 different joints, man.
Yup.
Everything expired
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
And you don't give a fuck because you look at the fucking, it's got preservatives.
You know what I do? You know what I do? The trick is like if you open it up, you put a little bit on the napkin, and if it's black, you
Yeah,
throw that shit
yeah,
away.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah, yeah.
deep, dog.
When in doubt, throw that bitch out.
Yeah, man, but
You look at and you look at like the like you look at the package and you try to fold it. If that shit's too hard, oh, you gotta throw that shit
damn,
out.
you
dude.
put a ghetto, dog.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Shit, you got it, man.
It's like,
Everybody has.
it's like when you go to your grandma's house and you're like, abuelita, I ketchup. Miren el buró. Like, it's inside of her sock drawer, dog. It's inside of her sock drawer. She pulls it out and it's a fucking like a Ziploc baggie with all these ketchup from McDonald's
Hell yeah.
and fucking Taco Bell. And like,
And you try to mix them and they're different shades.
I had a fucking. You remember that fucking drawer I had of fucking taco,
I
Jack in the
remember
Box
that
taco
shit.
sauce?
Fuck yeah, man. And oh, that's another thing though with the Jack in the Box tacos, you gotta have the sauce on it, man.
Oh, yeah,
I always
yeah,
have to ask for the
Dude,
sauce.
I used to get they used to have the cheeseburgers, and I used to put the fucking taco sauce on the cheeseburgers, dude.
Hey, that's how fucking shit comes up, man.
gangster,
That's
dude.
how
That's
when they
gangster.
make all these fucking menus, that's because people like, oh, they fuck with shit. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
they do it to it.
well, you seen the fucking stoner menus that
Oh yeah,
the Jack in the Box has now.
The stoner box.
I've gone those.
Dude, it's crazy. Even at Del Taco, do you know that they have an actual burrito called the Stoner Burrito?
Shut the fuck
I
up.
swear
seen
to
that
God,
shit, dude. That'll
it's
trip
called
out.
the Stoner Burrito.
The stoner
It's a
burrito.
secret
But,
menu.
yeah, it's on the secret menu.
Yeah.
You can ask them for the Stoner
Okay,
Burrito.
what's in the stoner burrito?
So it has what it usually would have, but they toss French fries in there, like extra sauce, and just like it's basically diarrhea and a fucking tortilla.
So you're
Yeah.
basically like picking a fight with your stomach.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
looking at you too, like, fuck you, man. I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
You,
dude.
guys,
But
you guys ever played like some loud ass music in the fucking drive through just for the fuck of it, just like throw whatever the fuck, and they can't even hear you.
No.
Sir, can you
No,
please
why
turn
would
on
you
your-"
do that
just
shit?
to fuck with them? You're like, boom boom ka boom 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 ka. Yeah, I like the number 3. Hey man, sir, I can't hear you. Exactly what happens.
You're a special kind of dickhead for doing that,
Yeah.
dude. You know,
You
just
do it
saying.
for the fuck of it, man.
I guess Bahgo like spit in his food,
I guess so, dude.
Maybe that's what makes it good.
dude. Talking about
I
fucking.
say, how'd you get herpes? Fucking Taco Bell, man. I was fucking playing music.
Yeah, I do that shit. every
Talking
now and
about
then, dude.
fucking restaurants. One of my homies, he used to work at McDonald's and he was the manager. So this motherfucker would like, he's always been one of those cats that's just wild. You know, he does stupid shit. And even though he was supposed to be like the manager, the one that's doing the shit right, somebody came in through the drive-through. They picked up the order, and he was picking up slack for one of the employees that called out sick. So he was the one making the burgers. So then they're like, we got an order for a cheeseburger with extra pickles. He's like, all right. This was his time to fucking shine. He grabbed a handful of fucking pickles. Oh, shit. Like, huge. It was like 50 pickles, he said. And he slapped that shit on the burger. And, dude, that shit, he said that burger was so fat, but it was all fucking pickles, dog. So then, yeah. So then they fucking take off and they come back. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? And he's like, you wanted extra pickles, right? And then he's like, can I talk to the manager? He's like, I am the manager, you know? And then he's like, well, why the hell did you guys put so many pickles? He's like, well, you could have saved them for later, you know? Like, dude, but this will put a
You put them in the Ziploc bag in the sock drawer, dude.
Yeah.
Those fucking marinate.
Yeah, put them in your grandma's sock drawer in a
Hell
Ziploc
yeah.
bag. And you're all
Buró,
good,
ahí en
dog.
el buró.
Yeah, and they turn black like Chris said. Throw 'em away.
No, you drink that shit. You just made Pruno.
Yeah, there you go, dog.
There it is, Pruno.
The hell was that?
That's me.
Oh shit! Don't do that.
What note was it?
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
All right,
that's not.
let's carry on. We're back to this. So, now we were talking about earlier from Slayer.
Yeah. So
All right, wait up. Let's stop it there.
So Jeff Hanneman passed away in 2013 on this day, which is May 2nd.
On another note,
Jeff Hanneman passed away on this day on May 2nd in 2013. Now, I sent a group text to you guys, and I wanted to know what artist, musician, performer passed away that you considered was a profound loss in music.
he did send this text out, and I read it, and I instantly thought, a musician who's like an influence on everybody music wise, and just an all out great fucking musician. And I had to respond with the truth. I told him, I'm still alive, man. Like, I have not died.
He hasn't died yet.
That shit. I was at work. I started laughing, bro.
I was fucking
I was
cracking
like,
up.
dude, I haven't died yet.
No, but seriously, what do you think? As far as like, it could be anybody in time from the beginning of music to now.
Well, when it comes down to that, I mean, there's a lot of famous people out there who have died, like Janis Joplin. We have Jim Morrison, the entire 27 Club, Mm-hmm. And I just feel that that's just like the popular cats, When you get back into it, like, dude, I fucking love Django Reinhardt.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he is?
Mm-mm.
He's a fucking classical guitarist. This motherfucker only had like 3 fingers, dog.
Oh, shit.
And he played faster than most guitarists I know in metal.
Okay.
Yeah. So from what I know, from what I've heard, he got in some kind of accident in a fire. But he would play just with 3 fingers, dude. And this guy was fucking amazing.
Oh, shit.
If you see him, it's a trip, man. So that was an influence on me, which is Django Reinhardt. You guys look him up.
Did you ever like try to take 2 of your fingers and try to play with 3 of them?
Yeah, well, I put 2 fingers in Chris's butt.
And then he still plays guitar,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He played Smoke on the Water in my butthole, dude.
Yeah.
And he smells it after.
And the solo.
He's like, damn, dude, that note
How'd you
was...
do that, dude? That's crazy.
That's some smoke.
Yeah. He's like, that note was kind of shitty.
Wah, wah.
Where's the drums at? Where's the drums? We got drums right there, and let's play them. And you got to be careful when you go turunks. You can't, some people go turuntunks. It's always turunks.
That's what I did.
Yeah. So it's out there. You guys got to be careful when you guys do that.
What's the name of that comedian? He did that shit. He was the one that pioneered that. He was like Benny Goodman or Benny Youngman or something like that. He's like, please take my wife. They did his likeness in Goodfellas. He always used to come with the violin. He was a comedian, I guess. Fuck it, whatever. Nobody fucking cares, Chris. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He said it himself.
I know.
That's what I like. At least he called himself
I call
out.
my shit. I call out my own bullshit.
So,
But the question.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, for me, one that's influential is Django Reinhardt. When it comes down to other things, like, of course, like, there's Jimi Hendrix.
Not someone that influenced you, but like someone that died that you think was a profound loss in music.
Honestly, I would like to see what the fuck would be happening with Nirvana now. I would like to see what would have happened had he not died. Yeah, we have fucking Foo Fighters now, all that, but a lot of people after, Kurt died, like Smashing Pumpkins, we have Bush, they all fed off of that, off his vibe.
Fuck, his own wife fed off his vibe.
Yeah, well, from what I hear was that Courtney Love actually taught, what's his name, from Bush? Gavin Rosdale, how to write music like Kurt did.
No shit.
And that's when he started making like Machine Head and shit like that was brought out from him fucking her and getting instructions how Kurt would write his music. You know?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
know
And she
that.
also fucked Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. Like
Trent Reznor.
she got around. Yeah.
Damn.
Courtney Love got around. Her last name's Love because she spread that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, she was a stripper before.
Yeah.
You know, her album dropped the day after, or I think the day or 2 days after Kurt Cobain died.
Damn. You think that was intentional?
I don't know. There's like 2 documentaries, and she hired a private investigator to investigate his death.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and they made a document.
I
He
seen
made
that.
he made a movie. He quit his job to fucking to link her to his murder.
Well, did you guys ever see that show called Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah.
It was a big show back in
Oh
the day.
yeah, I love that
They
fucking voice.
Never seen that show sober, dude. I used to get really fucking high
Dude,
and watch that shit, dude.
They actually have a fucking episode based off of Kurt Cobain.
No shit.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
It's Unsolved Mystery of Kurt Cobain's fucking murder.
Because when he died, he fucking his body was cremated immediately. There was no autopsy, nothing.
Yeah,
So-
that documentary isn't that talking
Yeah,
about that?
that's yeah.
That she did it.
Yeah, so-
she's one of the suspects.
On the Unsolved Mysteries episode, they had a guy that he came forward and said, "I'm a hitman." But they blurred his likeliness and they fucked his words. Blah, blah, you know.
Yeah, because there's no statute of limitation of murder.
No, well, the thing about it is that
Cold cases.
if you murder somebody, it's one thing. But if you're a hired hitman, that's instant death penalty
Yeah,
because you're a hitman.
Yeah.
you're professional.
Yeah, you're a professional. So he came out and he said, Courtney Love reached out to me and asked me to kill Kurt. But I loved fucking Kurt Cobain and I loved Nirvana, so I told her no.
Whoa.
He said I couldn't do it. But when I heard it happened, I'm coming forward now to tell you that she was going out to kill him. She was trying to find somebody to murder him. And throughout the entire case, like, there's a lot of things. Like, he had, done so much heroin, he wouldn't even have the strength to pick up a shotgun.
Yeah, a lot of things.
When they found the body, the shotgun was lying right next to him.
Yeah.
It wasn't in.
You know
in
how much
position-
fucking recoil a shotgun has? If you shoot yourself through your mouth into your head, that shotgun would have flown across the
Yeah.
fucking room.
Really?
But it was found right next to him.
Yeah.
Somebody planted that shit there. They did not know ballistics. They didn't know, this fucking gun has this much fucking, impact shot. That fucking recoil, it's going to fly.
That shit flies like way the fuck
Yeah.
back there, man.
Dude, have you ever shot a shotgun?
I've never shot a gun before.
That shit has kick. It's like, like
It'll
it's
fly way out there.
yeah.
That's why they said that shit on that documentary also on that one they think.
so like I said, first of all, they said he had already done so much heroin that he would have overdosed.
So he would have died anyway.
Yeah, basically, but he wouldn't be able to even hold that fucking shotgun. How fucked up he was.
Yeah, because I mean, you may know ballistics, but I know narcotics, and I know that. Yeah,
He wouldn't be able to hold it. He wouldn't have the strength.
he would. Yeah, he
Are
would.
you a heroin addict, Chris?
No, I'm not a heroin addict.
He's like, I just do it sometimes.
I just know narcotics like he knows ballistics.
Do you sell them?
But yeah, you would have a very loose. You'd be very limber.
Yeah.
You'd be very loose, and you wouldn't. He would have been able to pull the trigger, but it would have probably shot half of his face off, or or not shot him at all.
And then even then, there was a suicide note that was left behind. Half of the writing was in his writing, and the other half was in somebody else's.
And they never found out who was.
They never found out who it was.
I'm gonna have to go look at that documentary. I'm gonna find that documentary again. I watched it years ago. I'm gonna just watch it.
So
again.
Kurt Cobain was cremated.
Cremated?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And you guys are drinking. I'm not.
Like he turned creamy.
He just like un crema.
He was cremated.
I want to get creamy. When
So he was cremated,
Yeah, there you go.
and she has a little bear with his ashes in that she carries around with her.
such fucking hypocritical shit right there. Man.
That's crazy. Like the not the soaked in bleach. That's the one you're talking about. That documentary.
Yeah, that's the one I watched.
That's the one with the investigator. There's another one called Kurt and Courtney. And that's like a
watched that one
Netflix
too.
one. It's like a low budget
I
one.
think that's
It's
what
like
I watched. I
Tupac
watched
and
a
Biggie
couple
was
of
yeah.
I watched that one.
Well,
too.
have you guys read Kurt Cobain's like his book? It's
Come As
not
You Are?
his book. No, it's not written by him. It's called Heavier Than Heaven.
Is it a biography? Autobiography?
No, it's not an autobiography. It's a biography.
Okay.
So this guy's writing basically about all of Kurt's fucking life, And the first day that he truly died was the day that Smells Like Teen Spirit hit #1 on the fucking charts. He died that day.
Yeah. I heard of something about because he didn't want it. Huh? He didn't want to.
No, he
didn't want to be that famous.
No, it's not that he didn't want to be that famous, but he always did drugs. So that's why him and Courtney Love, they kind of like, you know, they matched up because both as kids were be prescribed Ritalin and they were all fucked children.
Well,
know?
he had I forgot what I should know. I have it too, or I had it. He had a rare stomach disorder, like 1 in 100,000 people get.
Yeah,
and he did the heroin to knock the pain out, to ease the pain.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah.
I think he had like stomach ulcers.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's really fucking painful.
So, yeah, he got that because he was like really stressed as a child because his mom and dad divorced, and he was between mom and dad. Like, so what happened was that this dude, you know, in Heaven, he's talking about, you know, how Kurt Cobain, like, he would do drugs and all this. And a lot of stuff that he said were lies. Like, a lot of what Kurt said were lies. He would hide the truth from everybody. Like, do you know where Smells Like Teen Spirit came from?
The deodorant. Somebody wrote that on the wrong. Kurt Cobain smells like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, was it the chick from Bikini Kill?
I don't remember.
Or 7-Year Bitch. One of those. They were hanging out and partying and shit like that, and she got a fucking spray can and wrote or something. How did she do it?
So the thing was that Kurt had run away from home, and he had to use his chick's deodorant, and it was Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit, yeah.
So they said Kurt smells like Teen Spirit.
Okay, so you can find it in the 99-cent store still, but that was like a huge fucking deodorant back in the 90s.
It was like that fucking hairspray. What's it called?
Aquanet. Aquanet. That's an 80s thing though. Yeah, but
I use it in the 90s too.
So like Midwestern fucking like Oregon, fucking Seattle. That you were the shit if you had a Swatch watch and you had fucking and you were wearing Teen Spirit. You were a fucking bad bitch, dude.
Swatch.
Yeah.
Who says Swatch?
Swatch watch.
Or a fucking A watch.
Not even fucking Casio.
No,
what the Swatch. Dude? You remember back in the day, it was the shit to have the fucking calculator one?
Yeah.
You remember there was one that you could turn on the TVs?
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hated on people that had that watch. Dude, I wanted one so fucking bad. Dude.
Yeah, that's why you hated it on it.
I was like, fuck you for having that watch.
That shit used to be the ultimate swag, dog. The one with the calculator.
Yeah, dude.
And like, yeah. What is it? What? Hold on. Let me find out. Oh, yeah. It's 15 times. What? Hold on.
Beep, 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 beep.
And then you had one that could like had an address book in it. Like if they got really fucking elaborate with those fucking Casio watches, dude.
Dude, my mom worked at Citizen Company her whole life, so I always was like, "Yo, mom, I need a new watch." But she'll be like, "All right, here."
Oh, you rock the Citizens all the time.
Yeah, look, I have it right now, bro.
Damn it!
All right, you Citizen motherfucker. But back to the point.
I'm not a citizen, by the way.
So when Kurt died, he overdosed on heroin. And it was a day that Smells Like Teen Spirit hit #1 on the fucking chart.
Anniversary, right?
No, the first day that it hit #1 on the Billboard charts.
That was 91. He died in 94.
No, I'm talking about when Smells Like Teen Spirit hit #1 on the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, he literally overdosed on heroin. And Courtney Love woke up next to him in a hotel room. And this motherfucker was dead. She said she started pounding on his chest hard as hell. And, you know, started giving him CPR. So he fucking woke up. He came back to life.
Oh, shit.
And she just looked at him. He looked at her and smiled. He just smiled and was like, fuck, and just went back to sleep.
Fuck.
But he was fucking dead.
That's crazy.
He overdosed on heroin. That was the day that Smells Like Teen Spirit became the fucking hit that it is now. And after that, Kurt fucking hated Smells Like Teen Spirit because he felt that a lot of his songs were, you know, so much more powerful, so much more, you know, effort went into them. But everybody was like, play Smells Like Teen Spirit. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, fuck you. Like, I'm tired of playing that fucking song already.
Yeah.
And there's even a, you know, music video that he made where he played it like at a show. Mm-hmm. And he's playing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
It was like a German TV show,
and
wasn't it?
He's holding his hands like this. He's not even playing the chords. It's just a recording. He's like,
and he's just like,
If anybody has seen that shit,
Yeah,
the voice
I've
I'm
seen
doing
it.
right now is exactly like it.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
But you know that happens a lot to like the number one hit for every artist. They hate playing that
Like
shit.
Radiohead.
Yeah, you get annoyed.
They fucking hate it. They just play it just because of Clara Lies, but fuck it, they hate it.
Radiohead the same way. They won't play Creep. They won't. It's.
I've heard him play Creep.
They won't play it anymore.
I've seen him play twice.
Really?
Yeah.
They put it back in the set list because I know that they had a big. Tom York had a big fucking problem with that song, dude. Like he hated that fucking song. Even that infamous chug in the fucking yeah,
Yeah.
that was made because the fucking guitarist got frustrated playing it. He didn't want to play it anymore, so you just did a fucking nasty take and it sounded bad.
That's nice.
So going back to what you were saying about Nirvana, do you honestly think that they would still be making music right now?
I actually don't, because I think at this point Kurt probably would have actually committed suicide himself. Like he would have been murdered. He would actually
Like
killed
Courtney just had
himself.
to wait, right? She's
she-
just an impatient.
She could have
woman.
waited, and he could have made more money, and then she could have come up more. But she pulled the trigger quick.
Honestly, I think he would have been painting because he's an artist. A
'Cause
lot of people
I
don't
think
know
He's
that.
always been an artist. Yeah,
I
he
think
was an
his
actual
net
painter.
worth was
I
like
think-
$435 million.
I don't know.
I have an
no
article
idea.
that I made an art form of it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually tore out a newspaper article that talked about his art.
Yeah.
Because he really was an artist, man. He painted. He was a badass artist.
Yeah, he's been drawing since he was a little
Yeah,
kid.
so I think he would have gone into art. He would have just said fuck it and just left the music career and just started exhibiting his shit. He opened up a studio. He probably would have been painting, just chilling, kind of like what Jim Carrey did.
Dude, I was about to mention Jim Carrey.
Well,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey is nuts,
Yeah,
man.
dude. So I think Kurt Cobain would have said, you know what, that's because that was his first passion, was
Because
painting.
in 1994 he was worth $400 million.
Yeah. So I think he would have said, "That's it."
He
what
didn't
else
have
is
to
there?
work.
Exactly.
He didn't have to do
He
anything.
would just because that's what I would have done. Right. I would do that right now.
What's
if I could.
$400 million in 1990s money?
I don't know.
A lot.
It's a lot. It's probably like almost $1 billion.
Fucking buy an island with that money.
I'm pretty sure we have some very smart Asian listeners out there that can do the math.
Leave it in the comments.
There you go.
But that's the one thing about like true talented people. They have like they're like bilingual when it comes to the, expressing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're painters, musicians, or fucking writers and
And it's funny that
Painters.
you were saying earlier something about art and the truth and something about him speaking about the truth. I don't know if you mentioned it earlier
Whom?
about Kurt Cobain. Something about
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, Bahgo, that face you're making right now, is that the
It's the
same?
freaking,
same face on the drums.
That freaking light, man. It's hitting me right now, man.
All right.
Because
need
I thought
some
about the art
sunglasses.
thing when you're talking about because if he was an artist, I'm pretty sure he mentioned a lot of probably talked about artists or whatever. But Picasso had a saying that says art is a lie that makes you realize the truth. So a lot of shit that he said probably I don't know if he got influenced.
I
by
like that quote. I never heard Picasso say that.
Yeah, so that's one thing that maybe he probably got influenced by that quote and he made it said it in his music.
Yeah. There's also a quote by Diego Rivera. You know who that is?
Yeah, he was married to
Yeah.
Frida.
Frida
dude.
Kahlo.
Motherfucker was bad.
Yeah.
Was bad.
One of his quotes is, I always beat my wife and I love it.
What the fuck?
I'm just joking. But
I thought the quote you were gonna say was "Get up, bitch! I know you're faking it."
no, but
Call it
he
quits.
was an abuser,
Yeah.
She should have took her down to that fucking eye wax, fucking the
eye wax.
No,
I've never seen anybody get their eye waxed.
God
the
damn.
eyebrow wax.
Yeah.
Imagine, dude. That
You're
shit.
fucking up the joke, Dick. You're fucking up the joke.
Hey, you fucked up the
You
joke
fucked it
yourself,
up.
dog.
I fucked it up myself. I'm tired, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you trying to say you should have taken her to get her eyebrow waxed or maybe some threading.
He had some eyebrow threading. He should have took it down to the mall.
And her
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah. Oh, the mustache. Yeah,
Yeah,
she had a
that's what it
fucking
was.
vicious mustache. I'm jealous of that shit.
I want to grow it that thick, dude.
Yeah. All right. So, we've been talking about that. We've been talking about, the challenge. The challenge is resolved. So, Bahgo likes Tekashi 6ix9ine now. He appreciates
I
it,
didn't
if
say I
anything.
liked
He
it,
appreciates
yeah,
it.
I appreciate it.
And he can see where people are coming from who listen to that.
And I hate Fleetwood Mac as much as you hate the Dave Matthews Band.
No, as much as I don't like fucking My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
You know? So Rick is on a little vacation, So his band was Metallica, and he did say that he liked some of the stuff
that
but,
associated to other movies and things like that.
Yeah, but shout out to Rick.
Shout out to
Have
Rick.
a good vacation, brother.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I hope he brings you back some Yaki Mandu.
Yeah,
That's just a bomb, dude.
Yeah.
So now, going back to the question, what would an artist you could think of that died and was a profound loss to the music community?
Guru from Gangstar.
Okay.
That guy right there.
How did he influence music though?
Now, how was he a profound loss to the music?
Man, he always kept it hip hop. He always kept it 100% raw hip hop. He never changed. He always spoke with integrity. His lyrics always captured the emotion of whatever he was talking about. Very aggressive, very known for just being himself. I had a chance to meet him, and he was always that person. Like when I got to meet him, I actually was like, wow, like he made you feel like you could just approach. He was very approachable, and when he rapped, dude, like he had that delivery that everybody loved.
That intensity, yeah.
And he had the people always wanting to hear more of him. Whatever when you hear something of his, you wanted to hear it, and you want to hear more of it.
Did you ever get a chance to see him live?
Oh yeah, right, dude. I interviewed him. I actually had a chance to interview him once.
That's cool.
So I was like, I wasn't like starstruck, but I just try to keep it humble with him. Like, let me just be myself with him. And he was a hella cool guy, shook his hand and everything. And he was a very big loss to the hip hop community, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people missed him. And DJ Premier, having him make his music, dude. They both as Gangstar was fucking phenomenal, man.
It was amazing. It was amazing shit.
Yeah, like DJ Premier is a big influence on my music. Mm-hmm. So him, as far as a rapper, dude, if I was a rapper, I think he would have been my biggest influence, But,
yeah.
So therefore, I think he was a big loss. When he passed away, man, I was torn, dude. I was like, oh shit. So I'm pretty. A lot of people felt the same way.
I remember, I was just fucking sitting in my house doing nothing, and then my buddy Omar goes, "Hey, I got tickets to Rage Against the Machine at the Forum tonight. You're coming with me?" I'm like, "All right." And we ended up going, and Gangstar opened up for Rage Against the Machine.
Fuck.
I was there.
You were there?
I was at the Forum. It was 1999.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was there, dog.
Yeah.
That was my
Crazy,
first
dude.
time seeing Rage play.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
So
so
you had the honor to freaking.
He had like a
Gangstar?
fucking he had a sledgehammer. Remember, he had that sledgehammer.
Yeah. I was there with Gangstar. Yeah.
Yeah, they opened up for Rage Against the Machine.
That's fucking badass, dude. Yeah, dude. So yeah, I think my guy, dude. That when he passed away, dude, I was like, fuck, that fucked me up.
And I mean, when it comes to like female vocalist, a lot of people are gonna be like, that bitch wasn't all that, but I think she was good, and she was like very versatile. She can do like jazz, blues.
Amy Winehouse. That was gonna be my one. Yeah.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
And it's sad that the drugs took her. Whenever it comes to somebody who's a singer, usually like if you're a great singer, if your lyrics have any kind of content that is really good, it's usually from a person that's very fucking troubled in their mind, and they're just letting out those skeletons in their closets, and they're just venting
demons.
all the hurt, connecting, letting those demons out within them. Amy Winehouse was one of those fucking people.
She was an amazing talent. She was just fucking
Amy
raw.
Winehouse was great, man.
Now, what really upset me about the whole Amy Winehouse situation, because I was a fan of her when she was alive, but I never got a chance to see her. But her drug use and her very volatile relationship with her boyfriend overshadowed her talent in the media. Mm-hmm. And she became like a joke, almost like how John Mayer was a joke for fucking cheating on Jessica Simpson. John Mayer was like fucking... Dude, I wrote a post about it on my own Instagram, and like he's like the bastard child of fucking Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And his claim to fame was fucking Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate when they do that to artists, because I mean they really shortchange all of us while they're doing that. Like they discredit them.
But that's also it. It touches base with me with like the whole thing about the fucking Dave Matthews Band. John Mayer, great fucking guitarist. Do I like his music? Fuck no. The same thing.
He's a fucking amazing guitar player, dude.
He is amazing. He can play fucking anything. This guy can play blues. Like he'll sweep you under the water, but still, I won't listen to his shit. You know, and it's not anything. I'm not biased about it. It's just personal opinion. I've tried listening to it, and it's just not my style.
His first 3 albums were really good, and that album he did with Pino Palomino, the trio, the blues trio. It's just straight fucking blues. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
You know, one person that I need to mention, because I know our listeners, like our Chicano listeners, will be like, "You did not mention this."
I will quit this fucking podcast if you say Richie Valens.
No.
Okay.
God damn.
All right.
Oh, done.
This is a person that influential, very kind, dope all around. Selena Quintanilla.
Selena Quintanilla? Who's that?
Selena, dog. You know who Selena is?
Oh,
you
fuck,
fucking
yeah.
moron.
The ay, como te duele?
Yeah. She was a fucking artist, dog. It was like the first, like, she was a bad fucking bitch, dog. And there's still people out there, like, even now, like, she's been dead for a long time. And even fucking, all right, MAC Makeup. They fucking got so many fucking, like, messages from so many people. You need to make a line that's like Selena Makeup. And they did that shit.
Yeah?
From so many people that follow her. To this day, Selena's name is out there, dog. Selena, like, she's one of those Mexican singers that has died that's going to transcend time.
Hey, you know what the name of her boyfriend was? Chris Perez.
Fucking Chris.
This fool.
I swear to God, that's his fucking name. That's his fucking name, dude.
Yeah, but how the fuck did you know that and you didn't know who Selena is?
Hey, because I saw the fucking movie with J-Lo. Yeah. And there used to be this lady at fucking...
anything for Selena.
No, it's Selena.
There used to be this lady at fucking Yoshinoya by my house who looked like she shot Selena. She looked just like that fucking bitch.
Dude, hey, is it me or anytime you see that bitch in any kind of TV show or movie, you're like, that's the fucking bitch that killed Selena, and you hate her instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
She's like Kathy Bates in Misery, dude.
Yeah. That's fucked up, dude.
She's like, that bitch killed Selena. She didn't really kill Selena. She's an actress. She just got paid to kill her.
But everybody hates her either way. Because she killed Selena. But you know the thing about Selena's death, right? She could have lived.
Oh, yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
She could have lived.
Yeah, she could.
Explain to our listeners.
Well,
okay, so her parents were in a religion. I'm not going to name the religion because certain people, we don't get into religion and all that.
No.
But certain people, I just don't want to disappoint anybody, but they believe that the blood transfusion is an act that's not followed by God.
I didn't know that she was of that religion.
So they could have given her a blood transfusion and she would have lived, but her parents said no. That is God's choice and she should die, basically.
They carry around a card in their wallet, in their purse.
Do not resuscitate.
No, it's not a DNI card. It's not a DNR card. It says no blood.
Yeah, because
it says no blood. And I heard that there's doctors out there that they practice like shock, where it makes the heart pump faster and it produces more blood or whatever the fuck. I don't know how effective that is, but obviously Selena's dead. It can't be that fucking effective.
Yeah. So Selena could have lived, but she didn't because her parents.
She bled to death.
Basically. Yeah. But she could have survived.
Could have, would have, should have.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's someone that I need to mention when it comes to like,
profound loss in music.
I don't even want to say Chicano because
she did a crossover. Like her last album was in English, wasn't it?
Yeah. Selena. That's the thing about Selena. She was working in two mediums because she was not Mexican, but she would sing like Spanish music, and she was not like fully American because she was Mexican American, but she would also sing English. So she had a battle between the both.
So her nationality was Mexican.
Mexican American.
Mexican American. She was like Tex-Mex, wasn't she? Yeah. Like from the Texas, like El Paso and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
If you want to go there.
No, I don't want to go there. Obviously.
No, you went there.
Shout out to all my Texans. What's up, Texas?
Yeehaw! I mean,
Tex-Mex food sucks. I'm just gonna say that.
yeah.
Like, you gotta come to LA to eat Mexican food, dude. I'm just sorry.
Dude,
We got that shit down over here.
Hey, one thing about saying Mexican food, like, you know, we have the Latin culture, we have the Peruanos, we have everybody from like all the fucking, South America.
Mm-hmm.
And when they talk about food though, they don't say, "Oh, I like Peruvian food. I like that." They say, "I like Mexican food."
Hey, well, Peruvian food's bomb, dude.
It is bombed. Peruvian ceviche, lomo saltado, all that shit, bomb, dog. But Mexican food is the shit, because whenever they talk about any fucking culture that speaks Spanish, they say Mexican food, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe that?
I believe it. Like over here, maybe in the East Coast it's different. Maybe they call it all Puerto Rican food.
Dude. All right.
New York.
When I traveled to fucking New York, dog,
It's fucking badass.
I was tripped the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I seen people, they look like the same foods, like my people, the ones you see outside of Home Depot, like some paisas and shit,
But they're all Puerto Ricans and Cubans.
Yes, like there's no Mexicans out there.
No,
there is.
Yeah, but it's scarce.
There's like 5.
Yeah.
No,
And they all work at the same Chipotle.
There's a big population up there now, man.
Yeah,
a lot of them are.
usually you
but
see
they
like
Not in the 90s though.
usually you see like
come on, man.
Puerto Rico, Cuba, like shit like that out there.
Haitians and all the other fucking.
But they're
Dude,
out
like
there.
I even I went out there and like some dude, like I was talking Spanish because they were speaking Spanish, and they're like, "¿Dónde eres?" And I was like, "De Los Angeles," and they're like, "No," they're like, "¿De dónde vienen?" I was like, "Guadalajara." No mames, pinche fresa. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and they're like, "Puro Cuba," like that dude. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in the wrong area, dog."
It's like, fuck you
So
and
then-
your rope off your house.
So then I spoke to my homeboy Carlos, who was hosting me when I was out in New York. He was letting me stay at his pad free. He was like, "Just pay your fucking plane trip, and the rest, like, I got you." I was like, "All right, cool." And he was like my tour guide in New York. And after the fact, like, he's like, "Dude, like, out here, there's not that many Mexicans. You think they're Mexican, but they're either Puerto Rican or Cuban. You're not gonna see that many Mexicans out here."
Yeah.
And yeah, it was true, dog.
And Takashi's going back to Takashi. He's Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
I thought he's part Mexican.
No, he's Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He has that New Yorican swag.
Okay. Because what?
I don't think he's Mexican.
He's definitely
I
not
thought he
Mexican,
was-
but I know he's Latin, but I of Latin descent. But I think it's Puerto Rican.
I didn't go that deep into it. Like I just went into his music.
The only reason why I know that
I
is
know
because
that, but I seen him wearing a Mexican the soccer jersey.
he
Mexico
also has
got-
rainbow hair. Doesn't mean he's a part unicorn.
No, but I don't know. I might be off, but I didn't go that deep into his shit, dude. I don't even pay attention to people's personal freaking, like when I hear an artist, I don't go into personal shit. I just hear the music and that's it.
Okay.
Fuck everything else. I want to fucking judge him on the music.
Actually, you know what? He is both Mexican and Puerto Rican.
Okay,
You
see?
just Googled it.
Yes. I
that's
did
what
a
I'm
fact
saying.
check like usually we do here at La Clica
that's what I'm
Podcast,
saying,
just
'cause
to make sure
I
we're not
seen
shooting
him.
you guys bullshit, So his mother was born in Puebla, Mexico.
No, see, that's what I'm saying, because he was wearing a Mexican
And
Mexico
his
shirt.
father was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Because one
but-
of the videos I seen, he was wearing a Mexico shirt, and I'm like, wow, I guess he has some Mexican in him. So I guess there it is, proven.
Hey, maybe in jail he has another Mexican in him right now.
Oh,
But
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but I mean, one thing that I don't understand is how, I don't know if you've seen like his Instagram post and shit like that, how he would get away with saying the N-word all the time. And he's like, that's just how we talk out here. But still, like,
that's a subject I don't go into. But yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
either. I don't touch that.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. And I mean, I just, whatever it is, I don't know how he didn't get killed,
Like he has a song and every other word is that
Yeah.
in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Hey, Bahgo, like he's choking on his own saliva.
No,
right
because I don't get into that subject
'Cause
right there.
I
That's,
saw-
that subject I've come across and I
Alright,
learned to
like-
just,
there's an Instagram page, right, that I follow that I'm obsessed with. It's called Shark Puppet. And they do little rap videos, but fucking with the tattooed faces, and then the shark puppet with, you know.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
no, not that one. Anyway, he did a Tekashi 69 where he's in prison and he's rapping, and all of a sudden, you know, the shark gets raped.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just
How are you gonna rape a fucking shark, man?
It's a fucking look it up. It's called Shark Puppet. Anyway, I accidentally touched on the screen to scroll, and it went straight to Tekashi's page.
oh shit.
And I'm looking at his page, and he's just like has like stacks of money, and he's just like, "This is how we do it now. We eat." And he just has like he's just completely void of substance. And knowing what I know now about him, and how tough he talked in his Instagram videos, it's just like it's all an act, and I know it. And he has he's hanging out with a bunch of black people on looks like fucking Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all like flying up red colors. And he's like, "Oh man, you know, I'm still a Crip or whatever the fuck." You know, he's
No,
saying,
that's a blood, dog.
I know,
Crips are blue.
Yeah.
I know, but he's saying, "Cause I'm cool with both of them." He's all saying that, but I'm still a Crip or some shit like that.
No, he's a blood.
He's a blood, or
blood.
then he was saying that about Bloods.
I did know.
Dude, did you guys see? He had like a fucking truck, like an SUV, and he wrapped it. The entire fucking truck was wrapped
As
in
a red bandana. Yeah.
I seen that video.
This motherfucker, like, he was asking to get killed, and I don't know how the fucking happened. Like, you know, there's so many rappers that called him out, and I think it was who was it? Was it? I think it was The Game, dog. That he told him, like, come out to LA and we'll show you how Crips do this shit. Like,
Isn't Game
oh,
Blood?
yeah, my bad.
Blood.
He's like real bloods.
Yeah, real blood.
He's like, you ain't a real blood. So this fool, after the fact, he started talking all this mad shit. After they found out that one dude got killed, what's his name? He got killed inside of was it a Lambo, or he was trying to buy a motorcycle and he got shot the fuck up.
I don't know.
No.
You guys remember that? So it was one of these rappers. He got shot the fuck up. You guys out here listening, you all know who he is. You probably know who he is. You know, shoot, message in the comments, whatever. Let us know. So he got shot and killed. And after that, 6ix9ine came out apologizing about all the bullshit he talked, because he knew, like, hey, it's getting close to home. Like, people that are, like, in my circle are fucking dying.
Yeah.
They're getting killed.
That's a real.
And I'm not untouchable. I think that's the moment when he knew that he was like not untouchable. And at that moment, he apologized to everybody. As you can hear now, maybe we have some background noise. I think there's some people outside of the studio. Yeah, we have Sneaky out there. Let's take a little moment. Open it up.
Yeah. Okay. No, it was.
All right, so we got interrupted a little bit by Senor Sneaky.
Sorry, guys. I thought you were all done. My bad.
Yeah, he just
all
walked up
good.
into the
It's all
motherfucking
good.
studio and
What's up,
interrupted La Clica podcast. But, you know,
estás?
it
Hey,
is
dog.
what it is.
I'm feeling really good right now. My homies facing Barlow's Rock Border X. We got a Golden Road keg outside. So if y'all want to keep drinking some shit that's better than Miller Lite,
Hey,
we can hook you up.
Look, I got
Call
that.
us all out.
I got that Miller Lite because I'm fucking fat, dog. I'm gonna diet, man.
Yeah. Not me, but,
But,
yeah,
I'm on-
this is
I'm
what I
on-
would had.
I'm on day 20 of being vegan. I feel great.
I
Vegan?
can never be vegan.
No
sorry.
meat, no dairy, no animal products.
You've been eating nothing but verga?
No, only pussy.
Oh, that's not vegan, dog.
Pussy's
That's
the only-
pastrami.
Pussy's the only meat I eat these days.
That's fish.
All right, so we're coming back here, and I think it's about time to conclude the episode of La Clica podcast. And we've heard all the things that we said. We touched up on the Convince Me Dick challenge. We talked about the slain member of Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we talked about some random ass shit, you know. I hope you all liked it. You know, come back, listen to us again. And y'all know Mother's Day is coming up. And the best gift to give is the knowledge of listening to La Clica podcast.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tell your moms because we love them too, and they love us.
I spread that knowledge every day.
Yeah.
La clica
Support-
in the motherfucking. We got a strong clica.
I'm sure your moms will love us because we talk about all the old school shit. We'll talk about Juan Gabriel, Los Bukis, all that.
Los Panchos.
Los Panchos. Yeah, that's more. That's
All right, but real shit. Everybody needs to follow La Clica Podcast on Instagram and make sure you subscribe, comment, and share because we're doing big shit out here and it doesn't work if the people don't know.
And I want to extend another challenge to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Post some shit on Instagram.
About La Clica?
On luckily good Instagram.
We got something.
No,
coming,
I got a challenge for all you motherfuckers.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is the part where Sneaky leaves. Thank you, everybody.
Nice.
All right, so my challenge is just like we did the convince me dick. You got to do that to your friends. Convince them dick why they should listen to La Clica.
Yeah, it's a good challenge.
It's a good one.
Right.
I like that challenge.
And if you don't like us, it's all good.
It's all good.
You know, there's people out there that will and they'll dig us. But, you know, if y'all listen to La Clica podcast, share with your friends and tell them, hey, I like this podcast. If you don't like it, you don't, but check it out. Convince me dick. Should you listen to La Clica?
And I guarantee you, once you listen, we're more addictive than crystal meth and we're cheaper than heroin because we're free.
Hey, we are free, but we're addictive.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all. This is Anthony from La Clica, and we have
Bahgo 74.
Christopher 21.
No, that's La Clica Chris.
Like Lika Chris.
All right. Over and out. Signing out. Y'all have a good night, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Peace.